Inquiry under the Morrison government recommended having a royal commission. Instead, what we've got is a Labor whitewash, and the public and the Senate are incensed.
There's never going to be a royal commission for two reasons. Firstly, former premiers would be compelled to give testimony, sworn testimony. Secondly, you could subpoena documents, neither of which is ever going to occur. Malcom Roberts has been going hard, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he's genuinely trying to achieve something. Now, even though he's a seasoned politician, been down there for a long time, one major thing has escaped him.
But Dr. Chan is under oath and she's given you the evidence, which is quite clear, so she won't be providing any documents.
So the reason is, and I've mentioned this in other videos, there are no documents. It's not that they have them and you're just not going to provide them, otherwise why wouldn't they? There are none. And I just don't think Malcom realises that. Statement from the PM sums it up as to why they went from a council, which is the Council of Australian Governments, is that under a council on health, they can just publish everything. And prior to COVID, they had no reason not to publish it. It was in the public's interest. The reason why they went to a cabinet is that apparently under long-standing cabinet conventions, everything's confidential. And the same thing applies to National Cabinet as to what Kerry Chair and Brad Hazzard were going on about at that budget estimates. It's not that the documents are confidential. There are no documents. There can't be, because the actual evidence published on the ABS and on their websites was COVID was seasonal influenza. The statistics showed you had to be over the age of 80 before you died. Any documents that they had trying to justify COVID intervention would be in direct contradiction to that. So as a precaution, they simply didn't make them. Now, I say that on the balance of probability, because they couldn't leave anything anywhere, that any kind of evidence trail to show that they were bullshitting to us. So they just don't exist. But that doesn't mean what Malcom is doing isn't worthwhile. I think it is. Let's just look what he's up to.
I was successful in moving a motion, sending an inquiry to a Senate committee to develop the terms of reference for a future Royal Commission.
So Malcolm's doing what he can in the Senate in order to try and force a COVID Royal Commission, but there can never be one. But that doesn't mean what he's doing is a waste of time. Now, this committee that he has set up that wants to establish, first of all, a Royal Commission to exist and also the terms of reference. If you look there, submissions to the committee closed on the 12th of January. Now, he's titled his video, Have Your Say COVID Royal Commission. Now, he posted this 6 days ago, which was the 10th of January, 2 days before the closing date. And I didn't actually see it till after the 12th because there's a lot of other videos and a lot of other stuff to do. But even if I'd seen it when it was put out, in 2 days, I wouldn't have been able to put anything meaningful. Now, the two guys on screen did actually put a meaningful submission into, and you can get a link to it. If you go to his video, there's a link to this page, and then you've got there the terms of reference. You can click on that and see what these two guys put together. Now, it's really good, actually, although they miss a lot of stuff that I've been putting out in my videos that I think was probably important. But anyway, they got something in. Now, this committee reports back on the 31st of March, so it's going to be interesting to see whether, first of all, they recommend that a Royal Commission go ahead, because that's all they can do. They're just a Senate committee. It's going to be denied, or whether this committee is going to be set up to then not recommend it. But yeah, I don't think this was a waste of time, because documenting all of this, the fact they're not having one, just proves that there is no documentation, and you're never going to get Dan Andrews, Berejiklian, that clown from WA, or Palaszczuk ever in a situation where they're under oath. It's not going to happen. Now, as far as what I'm doing right now, I'm actually right now today working on first video on the submission that I made to that inquiry, and I'll be starting to publish them in the next couple of weeks. They're not due to report back until September, so I'm going to go to their page. I haven't been there all year, actually. Like everyone else, I've got other things going on. I've been distracted, but I'm going to get straight back into it and keep you updated on what's coming out of the inquiry. And but also I'll be making videos, as I said I would before, on the submission that I made. So that video on the first part I'll try and get out by the end of this week. So all right, that's it for this one.